that if given problem contains epsilon productions or unit productions, then how exactly we are going to resolve the same. And so in today's session, we'll talk about, I will rewind first the topic, what Chomsky normal form means. So we said that CNF would be what? A grammar is said to be in CNF if productions are of this form. A gives BC or B gives A. So either of these two should hold. Okay. Now we said that if I have been given an example like this, suppose this is given to us. So how exactly we are going to do? Which one would be in the required form? As per the definition, B gives A gives B would be in required form. So we'll mark them. Now we'll take one by one each one of them. So let us take these two variables. So we have this one and this one. So if we write A gives AB, we can rewrite this by introducing a variable called CA gives A. Okay, we'll say this would be in required form by making the change here as A gives CAB. Correct? In this case. So we are changing this production. We are taking this production. We are changing it by introducing a variable A, CA for a terminal A, and we replace that terminal A by newly introduced variable CA. Similarly, for A gives AS, so either you use CA only. So if I use CA only, so I will get A gives CAS. So this also would be in required form. So this is done. This is done. Now we'll take remaining are 1, 2, 3. So we'll take one by one. So we'll write A gives. We'll replace this A by now new thing. So we'll write this as CA A CA. But we know that as per definition, we should have only two variables or one terminal. So in this case, we have three variables. So we'll introduce like this. We'll keep leftmost variable as it is. We'll write CA, and for this we will introduce C1, and then we will write C1 gives A CA. So remaining one. So this would be again a required form. So this also is done. Okay, this is done. This is done. Now remaining are these two. So we'll take one by one. As gives A B. Now as there are two terminals available, so we'll introduce new terminal, a new variable for terminal. CB gives B. Already we introduced for A CA, so we'll not again write it. So we'll rewrite this production by writing as gives CA A CB. Fine. And then this CA A CB can be written as gives CA C2 and C2 gives A CA. So this also is done. Okay, as per the norms, two variables. So we got them. So we also resolved this AAB. And remaining is this one.
ACB, sir.
Huh? Sorry. Yeah, CB. Sorry. Yes. A gives S gives C2 gives ACB. Then S gives B AA. We already introduced CA and CB for this, so we'll write this as CB A CA. We'll rewrite this as CB C3 and C3 gives A CA. So this also is in required form. So each production we have been given, we converted each production in this required form. So this is what the CNF is. Understood? So we'll take one example where there would be null production and where there would be unit production after removal of non-production. And if required, we will introduce start variable as well, new start variable as well. Okay, so let me write that example first. Understood? Any problem with this solution? Pretty easy. This was for CNF conversion. Okay. Any question? No? Okay. So we'll go with another problem where we will have null variable available. So S gives A, B. Okay. Then S gives A, B. A, B. A gives epsilon, AB. B gives epsilon, AB. Okay. Now, if we see here, we have null productions here. A gives epsilon, B gives epsilon. So we'll try to remove first these null production. So let us remove first. Remove null productions. So this is our target. So for what is to be done to remove the null productions, we'll take W1, where we'll add all those variables which are null variables. So we'll get A and B. Why A and B? Because they are giving us epsilon over here. Correct? They are giving us epsilon. So we got W1, AB. So we started by taking W2, AB, and we tried finding out whether A and B are appearing to right side of production without any terminal. So we don't have anything. So this becomes phi. So your W set of nullable variables is AB. Okay, now we have, as these are nullable, so we'll rewrite these productions given. So we have S gives A, B. Then if I replace A by epsilon, then I will get AB. Okay. Then remaining production is A, B. If I put A to be epsilon, I get AB. If I put B to be epsilon, I get AA. And if I put both of them to be epsilon, then I get A. Is that correct? Yes. Any question from the given production? Am I correct for S productions? Have I written correctly? See what we did. We first constructed this set of nullable variables. So we got A and B because they are giving us epsilon, both of them. Okay, so we constructed this W. Then we started constructing this null production. So we started removing this null production. So we took S gives AAB first. So we wrote AAB as it is. Then if I replace A by epsilon, then I get AB. So this is done. So next production is AAB. So I took that AAB. Now both of them are null. So if I put both of them to be null, I get A. If I put A to be null, then I get AB. If I put B to be null, then I get AA. Fine. So this is how I got S productions. Now remaining productions are A gives AB. Now as B is null, so I can write this. Correct? So I will not write this A gives epsilon, and then nextly B gives AB, and as A is null, then we get this. Now this is what we got after removal of null production. So there is no unit production available in this case, and yes, also is not a nullable variable. So we will not take care of removal of unit productions and introduction of start variable. Fine. Now we have to take this grammar and convert this grammar to Chomsky normal form. So we have small a, small b on along with the variables. So we'll introduce CA gives A, CB gives B, then A gives A, S gives A, and B gives B are in the required form. So we'll mark them. They all are in the required form. Correct? Correct? CA gives A, CB gives B, A gives A, S gives A, and B gives B. Now we have to rewrite these remaining ones. So let us try writing So we'll take this S gives AB. So we'll replace S by AB by CA and CB. So we got this in a required form. So we have this even CAB and then CAA. So this also, this like this is done, and this is done. So we have these to be in a required form. So we already wrote this one, this one, this one. Fine. Now remaining is what? So these two are remaining, and these two also remaining. So we will write for S initially. So we get S gives AAB, which can be written as CAA CB, which can be written as S gives CA C1, and C1 gives A CB. So we also got this to be in required form, correct? Now this also is AB. So write this as gives A B. Fine. So we get S gives CA AB. So S gives CA C2 and C2 gives AB. Right. So this also is resolved. So we also got this to be in a required form. So we are done with all S productions are done. Now we remaining are A and B productions. So we'll write them as A gives CAB with the replacement of A by CA, and B gives ACB. So all of them are now one required form. So what are the things that are marked with green border block are in Chomsky-Normal form. Any question? Big thing you have to take care is how exactly you are converting after removal of null production the new productions. Okay, so this was the production set given. You are asked to convert this to CNF. So we first constructed a set of nullable variables. So we got AB. So as they are nullable, so both of them are nullable. So we rewrote the productions. So we started with this AAB first. So we took AAB, we replaced A by epsilon, then we get AB. Then we took next production as AAB. So we took AAB, then we replaced A by epsilon, so we get AB. We replace B by epsilon, then we get AA. If we replace both of them to be epsilon, then we get A. Similarly for A, we had A gives AB. We have to remove this null production, so we got AB. If I replace B by epsilon, then I get A. Same case for B, AB. B gives AB. A to be epsilon, then we get B. So this is the now new production set that I have to consider to convert to in the required form of Chomsky-Normal form. So what we did was we started with introducing two new variables CA and CB for all the terminals appearing to right side. So we got CA gives A, CB gives B, and we took all productions of the required form. Like for example, S gives A gives A, and B gives B. So we wrote them. So these all are in required form. Then we took one by one the productions. We took two things. So we consider this production first. S gives AB. So we replaced A and B by newly introduced variables. So we got CA, CB. So two variables are there in required form. We took S gives AB. So we replaced it by CA, B. Same case, AA, CAA. So this is required form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are done with introduction to two new variables. So then we took S gives AAB. Correct, this one. We replaced it that A and B right hand side terminals by newly introduced variable. So we got CAA CB. So we rewrote it as use CA C1 and C1 use ACB. Similarly, we took next production as gives AAB. So we got AAB. We rewrote it by replacing right hand side terminal by newly introduced variable CA. So we got CAAB. So we wrote it as gives CA C2 and C2 gives the remaining one. Similarly, for these two remaining for A and B, we rewrote the production by replacing that right-hand side terminals appearing with the variable by a newly introduced variable. So we got S gives CAB and we got B gives ACB. So this is how you convert to Chomsky-Normal form. So we'll take one more example where we'll try to see whether if null productions are removed, if we get unit production, then how exactly to work with. So let me write a problem.
Sir, kindly send the photo to our WhatsApp group.
Yeah. I will send it once we are done. Is that okay?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So S gives AS, A, AB, AA, A gives A epsilon, B gives B epsilon. So this is the problem now. Now convert this to CNF. Fine. Now to convert to CNF, first step was try to see whether your language contains epsilon. So is it containing epsilon? If I talk about all strings, is it containing epsilon? Yes. Why? If I replace A and B by epsilon, it will generate S gives epsilon, and S is appearing to right hand side. So we have to first remove null productions, then we have to introduce new start variable, and then we have to remove the unit productions. Fine. So let us see how exactly we are going to work with this. So let us first construct nullable variables. Nullable variable. So W1 would be what? A and B first. As both of them are giving us epsilon. W2 would be AB. Now as they are appearing to right hand side of S, so that's why S would be there. So we got sorry 5. Okay, so we got now this nullable variable set as SAB. So let us remove the null productions. So we get S gives A S A. So if I replace S by epsilon, I get AA. Then I get A, S gives AB, S gives A, S gives B, S gives AA, S gives A. Considering this production. See, ASA. So replaced ASA by AA as S is nullable variable. Then S gives AB, we wrote it as it is. Fine. Then S gives AB, and A and B are null. So if I replace B by epsilon, then I get S gives A. If I replace A by epsilon, I get B. Then AA. If I replace A by epsilon, then I get A. So this is for S. For A would be what? S gives A and B gives B. Now in this case, as S is nullable and S is appearing to right hand side, fine. So we have to replace or we have to introduce new variable called S1 gives S and S1 gives epsilon, as this is appearing to right hand side and S is nullable. So this is your new set. So we applied nullable variable as well as introduction to new variable as S is null variable and S is a nullable variable and S is appearing to right hand side. And to protect the language, we are adding this one. And now we have unit productions here. How many unit productions are there? Can somebody point out? We have this one, we have this one, and we have this one. So let us construct W for S. How we construct it? We add W1 of S as S. Then we take W2 of S to be S union. Is there any unit production for S? So we have 2. Correct. So they are A and B. So we'll write A and B here. So we get W3 of S as SAB union 5. So W of A, there is no unit production. So A. W of B is equal to B. And W of S1. Okay, so W1 of S1 is S1. W2 of S1 would be S1 union S. Why? Because we have S1 gives S. So W of S1 would be what? S and S1. So W of S would be S, A, and B. Fine. So we have now unit productions available with us. So we'll replace these unit productions by newly introduced, newly rewritten productions. Let us write them. So we have this production set. So I will write all non-unit productions as it is. So let us write as gives A, sorry, as gives A, S, A, 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 B, A, and A. I wrote this directly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. Now as A gives A is there and as gives A is there, so I can write as gives A. So it's already there. So no need to write it again. B gives B, as gives B. So that automatically results to as gives B. So I will write as gives B directly here. Fine. So without because these are the two only unit productions available. So I will replace A by A and B by B. So yes, S gives A is already there. So no need to rewrite it again because it is a production set and we don't want any element repeated in a set. Next was S gives B and B gives B. So that's why S gives B. So that's what we added here. Fine. So we removed all non-unit productions of S. Now A gives A, B gives B. Now unit productions are for S1. So we'll write S1 gives epsilon and S1 gives S. So as S1 gives S is there, so we'll write all these productions of S which we got here as productions for S1. So we'll write ASA, AA, AB, AA, A, and B. So these are now your new productions. This is a new production set which you have to convert. So let us rewind this one more time so that we can understand. This was a grammar given to us containing null productions. So we first constructed nullable variable. So we came to know that A, B, and S are three of them are nullable. So we got this nullable set of variable. Then we removed all null productions. So ultimately, after removal of null productions, we get S gives A gives A, B gives B. And now as S, A, B are null, so we will rewrite the productions as this S, if replaced by epsilon, we get AA. We got AB. If I replace B by epsilon, I get A. If I replace A by epsilon, I get B. If I write AA, this one. If I replace A by epsilon, then I get small. And A gives A, B gives B. Now, as one can see here, S is nullable variable and S is appearing to right hand side. So we have to introduce S1 variable. So we applied the next 3.5 algorithm. Okay, this was third algorithm for nullable variable. Now using the 3.5 algorithm, we introduce these two productions. S1 use S and S1 use epsilon. Now as there are unit productions generated, 1, 2, and 3 are unit productions. So we applied algorithm number 4 to convert all the unit productions to non-unit productions. So we started constructing W's for each variable. So we got W1 of S is S, W2 of S is S union. As there are two unit productions, S gives A and S gives B. So we added both of them here. So we got SAB now 5. So that's why W of S is SAB. Then W of A, no variable. So W of A is A. W of B is B, no unit production. S1 gives S, unit production is there. So W1 of S1 is S1. W2 of S1 is S1 union S. So this is where your final W. So considering these unit production sets, so we constructed now new production set. So we replaced this S gives A and value for A is terminal. So we wrote this directly. Fine. So we got this S gives A, which is already written there because A is A, correct, and A this is epsilon. So that's why we wrote this as it is. So S gives B, B gives B. That's why we wrote S gives B. Similarly, A gives A and B gives B is written as it is from the grammar. Now as S1 gives epsilon, we wrote that as it is. To protect the language, now S1 would be our new start variable. We wrote all S productions for S1. So we got this because we have to protect the language. That is the reason why we write this. Okay. So this is your 3.5 algorithm. Now we have null variables removed. We have all unit productions removed. Now we have to work with this now. Fine. How many unit, non-unit, how many productions are in the required form? So we'll write them. S gives AB, S gives A, S gives B, A gives A, B gives B, S1 gives epsilon, S1 gives AB, S1 gives A, S1 gives B are in required form, correct? Am I correct? This one, 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 this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all 9 are added. Now we will concentrate on remaining ones. So we'll take one by one. So we got S gives AA. So for that purpose, we'll introduce CA gives A. Okay, so we can rewrite this as S gives CA. So this is in required form now. Correct. So this also is done. Let us concentrate on this. So we will write this as S gives AA. So which can be written as S gives CAA. So this is also done in the required form. So this is also done. Now remaining is this one. S gives A, S gives A, S A. Fine. So this, as we introduce new variable for A, so we'll write this CA S A. So CA S CA. Now we have to protect number of variables to right hand side. So we can write this as CA C1 and C1 gives SCA. So this is now the converted form. So we got this again in the required form. So this is also done. Okay. So let us mark it. Now all these are done. Now we have to talk about this S1. So as we already wrote this SCA, so maybe like one of the class somebody was talking about. Can we write them? Now for such a case, for S1 and S productions are same. You can write all S productions as S1, no problem. Only left hand side of this S production should be replaced by S1. Right hand side to be kept as it is. Fine. So we get first ASA. So we already wrote this. So we'll write S gives S1 gives CAS CA. We can write this as S1 gives CA C1 and C1 gives S CA. Why I'm not taking here C2? Because this S1 is introduced because S was a nullable variable. That is the reason. Otherwise, if S is not nullable and if you encounter such a case, you could have introduced C2 here. Fine. So that is your decision. Even still, you can introduce C2, not a problem. You can say that C2, not a problem. Is that okay? Aishwarya, in one of the class, you were asking about it, correct? In previous class, can we write this as it is? So in this case only, you can take that granted. Even if you wish, you can introduce C2 if you want. That is the decision to be taken by you. Fine?
Yes.
Okay. So what was remaining? We wrote this now. So this is done. So we'll take this CA. So S1 gives CA. So this is done. And now this one. S1 gives CAA. How many remaining now? We have to write only S1 gives epsilon. We'll write this to protect the language. And now if we count the productions, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9. Let me recount it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fine. Which are in the required form. So I will repeat one more time. I'm talking about this. S gives A, AB. I wrote this. S gives A, S gives B. I wrote it. A gives A, B gives B. I wrote it. Then S1 gives epsilon. S gives AB. S gives A gives B. Fine. Now then we one by one took the productions. So we started with S gives AA. We introduced a CA variable for terminal A. So we got S gives CA. Similarly for S gives AA, we introduced CAA, ASA, CASCA, CAC1, C1 gives SCA. Similarly for S1, S1 gives CASCA, S1 gives CAC1. If you want, you can introduce C2 here, not a problem. C1 gives SCA. Similarly for remaining production of this S gives AB, CAA. So we wrote for AA we wrote CACA. For this AB we wrote CAA, and that's how your conversion of CNF is. So this example worked with null productions, unit productions, and S appearing to right side. Is that okay? So I will add photos of these three for a while. Okay, see those solutions, and if you have any query, you can ask me. This was the first that I added on WhatsApp group, which was containing null productions with null productions. This was with respect to the sample repeat. See the second one, which was a repeat of previous classes, and we took one more example where we had taken null as well as unit as well as introduction to new start variable. Check these three solutions. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Yes, any question?